Welcome back, everyone. I'm Zell, and today we're looking at some V knives, and we're going to let everybody kind of gather up in here and see. And I don't know why, but I now have. There we go. We'll just turn off the volume there, and make sure. There we go. People are showing up. How are you guys doing today? I know this is number 2 for the day. And I need to get a couple things set up here, and we will get on to it with these knives right here. Well, hi again, Nasty Renegade. Let me get the pop-out chat going. And off we go. This is the V-knife stuff, and the V-knife stuff to me are very interesting, and I don't know exactly how to put it. I wanted to talk a little about them and their stuff, but I don't have enough information to really talk about the company right now. So what we're going to do is, happy Thursday, Sharp Grail. How you doing? We're just going to open these up. We've got a TI Sportster and what is the other one? SLF Tanto. And I'm going off of what I was told by Dave because I haven't opened the boxes yet. I figured these have been opened before. Other people have seen them, but I figured I would do it first here with you guys. And they have a super cool box that we will talk about here in a minute. And for those of you that are there, how is the audio coming through? I'm getting mixed signals in my audio stuff and can't really tell. So this is the SLF Tanto. And we need to leave that box out there because the box has got some cool stuff with it. Very good looking knife. Let me bring up, thank you, Sharp Grail. That's doing stuff like this. Every time you change something, it's like, oh my goodness, is this going to work? There we go. See? So now I have to see how to take care of this. We'll keep things going. No. V-knives, if I remember correctly, are from a company that is a guy that used to work for Spyderco and decided to start his own knife company. And it's basically, from what I can tell, a bunch of knives that are made in Yantacan, China, called human made, and they're pretty good knives from what I can tell. They've got some interesting designs that are a bit out there. This being the SLF Tanto seems to be a very nice design for a Tanto. Our frame and liner on this guy are steel. So we are stainless here, stainless clip, stainless screws, and I don't have my tools over here to get a look at it, but or to get a look at the screws. I apologize for that. Well, maybe I do. Not the way we normally do it. Well, no, see, I've just got this pile of stuff on this desk for doing these live streams, so we can do this. We'll roll that around to where we get the weehaw up. And there we go. Screws are pretty decent. That's an 8. That's good. I don't know that I have a T8 over here, and I don't, so can't really check that one. But a stainless G10 D2 Tanto blade in this one. So pretty cool. $69. Our blade length is 3.5 inches with a blade width of 0.15, so basically 4 millimeter standard stock. and just under a 1/2 inch in thickness. So pretty good. It is a manual knife, flipper, of course. And the one thing I can fault it on is their flipper placement and geometry makes it not a snappy flipper. Now, is it super slow? No, but it's okay. And let's get another look at this because, guys, this is my first time really getting a look at it too. We've got some swirly stuff down here or swooshy stuff from the milling. That works out good. Standard thumb studs. No milling out on the inside, so this is a bit of a heavyweight at 5.51 ounces. Yeah, the screws seem pretty good, Rick. And ergonomics, not bad. That pocket clip is big, but I don't think it's going to give you too much problem unless you got super sensitive hands. Now, let's see what the rest is in the rest of the box. We have, looks like some extra screws and a wrench that I would never use. Use a Weehaw, guys, or use a Bondhus or one of the other good brands. We do have very reasonable lockup on this knife. Do like that. Other than that, fairly plain. I do like the V here on our pivot. So, that's a double-sided pivot, so probably a free spinner, and that's okay since they put a torque screw hole on both sides. Lanyard hole, so that's good for that one. Let's put this one down here. We'll set it right up there. And we'll get to this is the TI Sportster. So this is supposed to be the fancy one. Same cool little box. We'll set that box out of the way. We'll see what the extra stuff here is. Well, same deal, extra screws and the tool. Now, some people are saying extra screws. That's awesome. The all-steel weight was 5.5 ounces or approximately on this one. We'll get to this one here in a minute. Okay, here's my thing. Send me a dadgum good set of screws with a knife, and you shouldn't have to send an extra set. Not saying that these screws are bad. I haven't had one of the knives apart and haven't used one long enough to tell, but it seems suspect if they're sending me an extra set of screws. So, anyhow, TI Sportster. This knife runs MSRP of, let's see here, $264.95. And it is a big Wharncliffe out of 154 cm. I don't know here. Got it's all titanium, a weight of 4.71 ounces, blade length of 3.75. Got kind of a short, flat grind on it. Can't really tell. These knives have been used by other people, so we don't know about out-of-box sharpness. Ergonomically, pretty good. Once again, these big pocket clips that they're using could get you, but not too bad. I do like what they've done with the handle. They haven't let it get all out of sorts and too big or too small like a knife we'll look at maybe later this evening. Overall, pretty darn good. I mean, it is, what did I say, 4.71 ounces, but it doesn't feel it. So pretty good weight for a big knife, and they've put the weight in the right places. However, there is no internal milling, and there's room for it. And there is no deeper scalloping on the outside, so missed on quite a bit of weight reduction there. Jumping up through there, pretty darn good. I'm kind of liking that. And action, not fall shutty, but it's still pretty smooth. Flips just fine, probably either hand, I would assume, yep. Anything you guys would like to know about these knives? I'll give you well, we need to look at the box, and then I'll give you kind of my opinion on them. The box got the extra stuff in there, but these are waterproof little boxes. Nice place to put a lanyard on them, tie them off your kayak or whatever. They do have a seal up around here, and it's part of V-Nives. If you go, they actually talk about their boxes on their website, and they literally intend for you to use them for other things other than holding the knives. Hard to point, they may have issues. Yeah, that is kind of my deal with the screws. I wasn't really thinking about losing them. I was thinking more about stripping them out and stuff like that, because that's the normal problem with screws, especially if you have screws, say, that are made out of a 300 series or less stainless. Then you end up with screws that will strip easily. And whenever they strip easy, now, of course, you got to replace them. Where you could have used a higher 300 series that's hardenable, or a 400 series, and not had that problem with the screws. However, we don't know for sure. If I had these knives longer, I'd get a hold of V-Nives and I would talk to them about that issue. And I am talking to V-Nives, so we may have some more V-Nives to look at in the future. Speaking of that, if you guys have specific ones that you would like to see, please put that down in the comments, and I'll talk to V-Nives and see what we can do about getting those specific knives to get a look at. This one, I kind of like it. I'm not a huge fan of the really, really short flat grind, but for its intended purpose, it ought to work out great. The boxes are really cool, and we're not going to dig deep into these, taking them apart and all those things, because they are pass-around knives, and I don't want to make a mess out of the knives for whomever may see them next. So, of the few of you that are here, if you've got any more questions about the V-Nives, TI Sportster, or SLF Tanto, let me know. Now, I will say one thing. The Tanto gives me confidence that their manufacturing can do a very good pivot and those things, because it has a very good action on it, open and closed. Really, really nice. The Sportster here, I think we got a problem of too little blade, and I don't know that we're on bearings on this one. Let's see if it has any. It does not tell me, and I'm not going to take it apart to find out, so sorry about that. It does not feel like it's on bearings, so, and it doesn't appear to be on bearings, so maybe that's part of it, and it's just got, if that's the case, it's got a very good action. So it does feel nice, it just doesn't have that drop shuttiness as the SLF Tanto. So, any other questions? If not, we're going to call it on this one and see what else is going on out there in the real world. I've got to run around and do some things today. May have some more knives in the mailbox. I've got to run over by there and see. I am waiting on the copper matrix, and I know some of you are really interested in that. I am as well. It's nice to see some companies taking a chance on materials like that and taking a chance on moving something up into a mid-tier that they have, sold at the way stupid high end and the way stupid low end. Would I recommend buying them? Well, here's the deal. Here's my opinion. I don't think you're going to get a bad knife. I think you're going to get good knives out of these people. That's what it feels like. That's the feeling I get out of them. However, I am going to tell you that just like anytime you're looking at buying a knife, especially what I'm going to call a commodity knife, meaning there's lots of them out there in this price point and lots of them available, I'm going to say you should probably go and check and make sure that some other company isn't making something that could be just as cool. Now, here's the deal. V-Nives has a full U.S. team. They are not like some of the other companies that have 1, 2, maybe 4 or 5 people here in the States. They are a U.S. company that's designing stuff here, sending it over to part of them over to Taiwan. In fact, it says right there, this TI Sportster is made in the States, apparently. That some of them are going to Taiwan, Italy, and China. So basically, they're trying to grow into being Spyderco. Some of their designs right now, their designs aren't for me. And that makes it hard for me to say get them. But the other side of that is it looks like they know what they're doing for the most part designing them. And we want more companies like this that are doing production everywhere and are bringing us good designs. And, you know, and also floating containers to put our cell phones or whatever. I guess that won't fit a cell phone, but put our stuff in while we're kayaking, of course. Because, hey, why not get an extra box with it whenever you're doing that? And you are welcome, Fujio. And you guys, I really appreciate you guys supporting these live videos because I am having so much fun doing live videos. I may even do another one later tonight. I've talked to Nick. We're talking about doing a late knife tonight. And if that comes through, I'll try to get that up on Instagram for you, on my Instagram and Nick's Instagram. If it doesn't, well, sorry. And also, if it doesn't, I may come back on later and I may talk about some of these artisan cutlery knives. It'll be a little bit more intense video or in-depth video because I've had some time with those knives. The V knives, I just wanted you to see them and talk about that company a little bit. They're a company that if they have something you like and you're feeling like supporting somebody, I kind of have this feeling it's a good thing to do because they're trying to grow into a multiple production point company, and that's what we need to see. We need to see more of here in the knife community so that we've got companies that are filling the knife thing from, you know, $30 up to $200, $300, $400, and kind of like Spyderco does or Benchmade does. And anyhow, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I think you guys get the gist of what I'm saying, and I'm just beating a dead horse at this point. Sorry for the technical difficulties at the beginning of this video. If I'm going to use this camera, I guess I'm going to have to teach myself to touch the little screen on it every few minutes so that it doesn't go off on us. Something new, and hopefully the video quality was better. You guys have a wonderful day. I appreciate you. Oh, sorry, Nasty. But, hey, you can watch it later, my friend. Not a problem. You guys have a great day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget that we've still got that Black Friday 3K giveaway going on, and that 3K means $3,000 worth of prizes plus for you guys. So go over to the apexnews.com. Get yourself registered. It's the first blog post at the top of the page, and it will be for the next couple of weeks because I'm not going to post anything else there until we get this done. You guys have a great day, and I will see you next time.